Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome to the newsroom on CNN Philippines in the news. President Rodrigo Duterte inspects areas in Batanes hit hard by a series of quakes. Authorities confirm all Lotto and other PCSO licensed outlets in Metro Manila are now closed following President Duterte's orders. Two strong earthquakes, which happened just hours apart, rocked the province of Batanes yesterday morning, leaving 8 people dead, injuring 63 others, and 1 person still missing in it. Bayat town, which bore the brunt of the calamity. The tremors collapsed houses, caused deep cracks in roads, and forced people to evacuate. Residents were advised not to return to their homes and to stay in tents at the town plaza, as successive aftershocks can still be experienced. A video showing the bell tower of the historic Bayat church eventually shaken down by the quake. The local and national government continued to provide assistance to the victims and help repair damaged properties. Our senior correspondent David Santos reports to us live from the earthquake ground zero in Itbayat, Batanes. David, what's the latest there?
Well, tonight, Kalin, nervous Itbayat residents here will be spending another night in this public plaza. They have set up tents and makeshift shelters. They're too scared to go back to their homes. A number of these structures have caved in when the deadly back-to-back quake struck early Saturday morning. Now, the 8 people, including the 5-day-old baby girl, died after their homes collapsed on them. 72-year-old Fausta Kaan survived the first quake at 4 a.m. She sought shelter at her neighbor's house, bringing along with her newborn granddaughter, Hazley. Unfortunately, both of them did not make it.
Karga niya, yung baby. Tapos, nung bumagsak yung malaking bato, nagdaganan silang dalawa.
Now, this is the first time in decades Itbayat had gone through such a devastating earthquake. A number of elderly Ivatans we spoke to say they have witnessed powerful typhoons pass through this island province in the past years, but apparently nothing had prepared them for Saturday's quakes.
Kung ganun kami, ay, maglaglag yung mga bato sa bahay namin.
Now, aging houses and other structures made of limestones may have stood extreme weather through time, especially since Batanes lies in the country's typhoon path. Ironically, it was these same stone houses, some of them are already crumbling, that seem to have caused the death of the quake victims.
Typhoon Freddy, hindi ho ako umiyak. Very strong ako, pero dito naiyak po ako nung nakita ko, nasa eroplano ako. Nakita ko ho yung sitwasyon na lahat ng tao nasa plaza. Tapos first time ho namin nagkaroon ng casualty sa ganitong kalamidad.
Parang pinipigilan muna po kami nila na wag muna po kayong bumalik sa bawat mga tatahanin kasi karamihan po yung ibang mga bahay may mga damages, then crack. So kahit kami hindi naman masyadong so yung mga nangyari sa loob ng bahay, nakakaano po talaga, nakakatakot pa rin.
Many of the residents here are on the edge as the constant aftershocks continue to jolt them. This is an island town of about 3,000 people, majority fearing for their lives if they return to their homes. Now, President Duterte met with local officials in Basco, the province's capital, this afternoon. Now, we did see the presidential choppers hover above Itbayat this afternoon, an indication that the president indeed did an ocular inspection to check on the condition of Itbayat. Apparently, he had no plans of actually checking the situation on the ground. Kalin.
David, can you also tell us how is the relief operation going?
Well, apparently power is a major concern here. Power because they need, well, basically for to provide to have electricity. Secondly, their water supply relies on power. Even the telcos here also cannot operate without the power on the cell sites. Now, that is something that the government, the national government, is really looking into. Governor Kaiko told us earlier that at least one line of the province of these islands electricity grid has been restored in terms of the power, but that some of the lines have to be repaired, some of those, especially those towers that have toppled. So there's so much concern in terms of its safety if power is put back on. So for the meantime, generators are being brought from Basco to Itbayat to provide temporary power. Governor Kaiko also did mention there's the need for food and water. Some of the supplies did come this afternoon. We actually joined the ferry, a ferry trip that brought the relief goods here, and we did see a number of other members of the PNP as well as the armed forces and the Coast Guard working on bringing all these relief goods in this island, making sure that these people I see around here me now in this public plaza are at least provided with food, considering that they have not chosen to return to their homes, Kalin.
Thank you, David Santos, giving us the latest situation in Itbayat, Batanes. President Duterte has arrived in Batanes. The president conducted an aerial inspection of Itbayat town this afternoon to assess the damage from earthquakes that jolted the area. With him in the helicopter were Batanes Governor Marilu Caico and former Special Assistant to the President and now Senator Bongo. Mr. Duterte is currently holding a command conference with local government officials and some cabinet members in Basco, Batanes. He's checking the current situation of relief operations in Itbayat. Is also checking the attending officials what are needed to start the rehabilitation of quake-hit areas.
Ardilla helps operate this Lotto outlet in Pandacan, Manila. The stall earns at least 5,000 pesos a day from some 200 customers who regularly buy lottery tickets here. But today he didn't open the nearly one-year-old stall. Instead, Pardilla helped sell the poultry feed in his boss's store because President Rodrigo Duterte stopped all PCSO games, including the National Lottery.
Nalulungkot kasi lugi. Lugi po.
Pardilla's stall is just one of many more around the country under a government crackdown. Police officers have been making the rounds to meet President Duterte's order to shut down all PCSO gaming operations in the country in 24 hours. Metro Manila Police Chief Major General Guillermo Eleazar says at least 5 people were arrested in Metro Manila for violating the order.
Well, the instruction of the President as relayed by the Chief PNP is to arrest lahat ng mga employees, pati na rin itong mga nangongolekta ng bets.
In Basilan, this Lotto outlet in Isabela City was still operating on Saturday morning. The lady in charge of the outlet was unaware of the president's order. Policemen took down posters and other materials. Lotto players were also caught by surprise. This man says he has won up to 100,000 pesos in the small town lottery or STL. He hopes the president reconsiders his decision. But in General Santos City, several Lotto outlets did not open Saturday in anticipation of police action. Outlets in Pagadian City that used to be swarmed by bettors were also eerily quiet. A sign with marking "closed" was plastered outside a Lotto outlet in an Osami City mall. Some operators are complaining since the Lotto operation is their only source of income. Bettors in Valencia City's close to 30 barangays also had a startling Saturday morning, seeing Lotto outlets remain closed. Aside from Lotto, STL, Suertres, and Last 3 are among the favorite PCSO games in the regions. The police also swiftly enforcing the president's order in other parts of the country. All provinces, towns, and cities across Bicol were directed to immediately close down Lotto outlets beginning daybreak Saturday. Ako Bicol Party List Representative Alfredo Garbin says lawmakers are awaiting Malacanang's explanation, particularly on how this will impact on funding for social services. The police in Cebu were directed to post closure markings in Lotto outlets. Operators will be given the chance to close down voluntarily. Those who will refuse will be invited for questioning. So far, no arrests have been made. David Santos, CNN Philippines.
This is Newsroom Weekend on CNN Philippines. Welcome back. Police say all outlets in Metro Manila of games licensed by the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office are now closed. Authorities made the rounds yesterday to shut down Lotto and other gaming outlets nationwide that are licensed by the PCSO. President Duterte on Friday ordered the closure of all gambling operations licensed by the agency due to allegations of massive corruption. Data from the National Capital Region Police Office show there are over 2,000 PCSO outlets in Metro Manila alone. These include Lotto, Periyahan ng Bayan, Small Town Lottery or STL, and Keno. Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police says more than 21,000 Lotto and other gaming outlets nationwide sanctioned by the PCSO have been closed. This figure includes the ones in Metro Manila. The Justice Department has ordered the National Bureau of Investigation to probe into the alleged anomalies in the operations of the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office. Justice Secretary Minardo Guevara says the investigation will focus on the supposed non-remittance of government shares as well as the possible involvement of PCSO staff in corrupt practices. Guevara is also firm that President Duterte's suspension order is legal. He explains the president did not suspend the entire PCSO charter. He says the PCSO has other sources of revenue apart from its gaming operations. The secretary adds the ongoing investigation is a way for PCSO officials and its licensees to prove that there is no corruption or fraud involved in their operations. A commission for the elderly will soon be set up after President Duterte signed into law Republic Act No. 11350. The law creates the National Commission of Senior Citizens, which will provide services and formulate policies to benefit the elderly. The commission will operate under the Office of the President. We spoke to the principal author of the bill, Senior Citizens Party List Representative Francisco Datol Jr. Here's that interview.
Ito pong National Senior Citizen Commission ay talaga pa pong pinag-aralan naming gawing batas sapagkat ang mga senior citizen po ay napupolitika ng mga local government units natin, napupolitika po ng ilang mga politiko dahil sila po ang nangangasiwa na pagbibigay ng pensyon sa mga nakatatanda. Pangalawa, sila rin po ang nag-a-appoint ng mga OSCA o yung OSCA, yung pong Office of Senior Citizens Affairs sa buong Pilipinas. Kaya nga po ito, pinag-aralan po naming mabuti ito para magkaroon na po ng sariling tahanan ng lahat ng senior citizen, kamukha ng mga, for example, ng Youth Commission, ng Women's Commission, ng Muslim Commission, matatawag pong sarili na puntahan na nito ng mga nakatatanda nating mga kababayan.
Sir, anong pagkakaiba nitong komisyon na ito sa National Coordinating and Monitoring Board ngayon?
Dati po ito, sa ngayon sa ating batas na napakatagal na, yung Republic Act 1994, nagkaroon po kasi yan ng National Coordinating Board. Na ibig sabihin, lahat po ng problema ng senior citizen, dadaan po muna sa board na yan para makadirekta o kaya yung mga kalaingan, kinakailangan pang may pagdaanan bago pumunta sa mga department po ng bawat pamahalaan ng ating gobyerno. Sa ngayon po, ina-abolish na po yan sa ngayon sa batas na nilagdaan ng ating Pangulo.
Ano po yung magiging mga pagbabago na mararamdaman ng mga senior citizen kapag natapos na po yung implementing rules and regulations, magsimula na po ang komisyon sa pagtatrabaho?
Sa kasalukuyan po, ma'am, 3,200,000 lang na indigents ang nabibigyan ng pensyon na 500. Samantalang sa latest survey po namin nung nakaraang taon, dapat po may mahigit 6 na milyon hanggang 7 milyon ang dapat magtamasan yan na walang-wala po talaga ng mga kabuhayan. Nakakaawa po. alam niyo naman po ang mga senior citizen. Tama-tama po yung pagkakapirma ng ating Pangulo na ito po magiging simula dahil yung mga senior citizen po na kawawa ay mabigyan nila ng kahit konting kaligayahan lang.
Sir, finally, ang binabanggit niyo po kanina ay uunahin itong mga indigent, mga mahihirap na senior citizen. Tama po?
Tama po. Kasi nga po, pag sinabi ng indigent, wala pong trabaho yan. Nakakaawa po yan. Yung hindi indigent, yung po may mga pensyon sa SS yan at GSIS. Ngayon naman po, pag yan pong mga indigent yan, nabigyan na natin ng kaukulang pagkalinga ng pamahalaan, isusunod na po natin yung pong mga SSS pensioners na ang pensyon ay mababa sa 3,500. Kamukha po nung ibang senador, nakita po natin, ginagawa nila universal pension. Ang ibig sabihin nun, sunod-sunod na po yan na lahat ng matandanda ay makakalinga. Kahit po may pension sila na 3,500 at inuna natin dahil susunod na pong dadagdagan din natin yan kasi pinaghirapan po nila yon sa pagtatrabaho nila nung sila ay mga bata pa.
The Philippine Olympic Committee has a new president. We find out his plans for the committee after this break. Stay with CNN Philippines.
Many Filipinos agree it's important to keep their savings secure, but they could have different ways of doing this. Either keep the money in the bank or stash it at home.
Pag sa malaki sa bangko,
Lampas na doon sa emergency purposes. So nakabangko na siya.
To secure my money lang. Oo. Instead of putting dun sa bahay lang kasi natatakot ako na, alam mo yun, baka mawala pa.
Sa bahay niyo lang, anytime pwede mo rin gamitin.